Hello, I'm James. I am Sawtooth Barbarian. Going through, in this video, going through my song Shadow's Pursuit and showing the different elements that make it up. This was another one that I had released as a single earlier, but then I remastered it and put it into my album. In the sad, I can't remember my own album name. Album is called The Dream Dancer Sagas Tome F. See, I can remember it. This was the first song. No, it wasn't the first song that I started for the Dream Dancer Sagas. That was the intro that you hear on the album. And I can't even remember what I named the intro now. But this was the first one with vocals. And this is where it wasn't the first song that I released from the Dream Dancer Sagas or as Sawtooth Barbarian, but this is where the aesthetic and idea for Sawtooth Barbarian and the Dream Dancer Sagas as a collection of albums came. This is where it all started to take shape. So, yeah, I guess we'll just start at the top of the session. Start with the drums. I don't remember what I was using to record drums here. Probably came from the Euro rack if I recorded it hardware, which it looks like I did. So I probably was using samples that I loaded into stereo triggered sampler and manipulated from there. Let's give the kick drum a listen. Okay, so there's the kick. Yeah, it's got some echo on it, doesn't it? I don't remember what I was doing for that kick. Anyways, got another kick in somewhere. There we go. I do have another kick in here. There's another kick at the end of the song. So that's all that's doing. What else we got? We got a snare. This was right where I was coming out of my anti-snare phase where I didn't want to put a snare drum in anything. So yeah, I designed that in the Euro rack as well. Percussive thingy number 1. I think those are samples of rubbing coins together or something like that. And like always, these are always samples that I record myself, or almost always. I don't know if it's a hard rule. Huh. Okay, so it looks like I, oh, there we go. Yeah, I do use it in some places. I just automated it in and out instead of editing it. Okay, here's the bass, which is where the song started with again. This one was the Arturia Mini Brute 2, which I then would have sent, if it's in stereo here, that means I probably sent it through some effects in the Euro rack before recording it. Yeah, and so it looks like I just recorded a bunch of different patterns of that and dragged them in as loops, which is a way that I like to work. I like to start with my ideas here where I don't have to commit to an arrangement and I can just kind of store them and then I can arrange them and let them take shape later. But yeah, that was a fun one that took shape from just playing with the sequencer on the Mini Brute 2 and sending it through different modules for effects. Guitars. This one, I recorded the guitars on sometime before I recorded the vocals or other things. I mean, I guess I had the bass and the drums there, but I recorded the guitars on before I knew what I wanted to say with the song. About a year before. It sat in a nearly complete state for about a year before I knew what I wanted to do with the vocals. I knew that it was part of the same world or the same story as Shadow's Maw, which I had released as my first single as Sawtooth Barbarian. And we'll go through that in another video. But at this point, I didn't know what I was going to do with it. But anyways, so all that's to say, it was done sometime before I had the Ministry Mind pedal. This was just the Ashdown Fallen Angel amp. A guitar that I used was the Epiphone Nighthawk with a Duncan JB pickup in the bridge. So you end up with this, and I think I doubled it. That's all that I did there. And yeah, after the amp, I think it's just straight guitar into amp, and then amp into the load box, into the Universal Audio aux for cabinet modeling. That Ashdown is so dirty and nasty sounding. I love it. Here's some more guitars. Okay. Whoops. No, don't turn it off. Actually, hold on. Nope. I guess I didn't actually have that on in the first place. Or did I? I don't remember. Maybe I muted this guitar, maybe I didn't. This one I know I used. And this is at the end of the song where it gets very chaotic, and so this part was hard to keep even remotely in time on while I was recording it. And it's hard to keep it from just sounding like a straight fuzzy fart, so I did something to it to help. Yeah, I put the Alicia envelope on there to help, and Spiff. Put them both on there to help give it some transients back. Good grief. What else have I got? I got a third layer of guitars on this song. Wow. Our third guitar part. Alright. What else we got? We got other parts here. Lead. I'm gonna have to listen to what this is to remember how I recorded it. Cool, so this sounds like this was the Arturia Micro Freak. Sent through some effects. I think that's the Moog Matriarch. Could be wrong. Yeah, I probably am wrong because there's Moog down here. Maybe that was the trigon. Did I have the trigon? I know I didn't have the trigon when I started this, but I think I may have put it in when I finished production of the song. So I'm not sure what synth that is. Lead 2. That's the Micro Freak again, sent through some more effects. Probably was just using effects through console, the UAD effects through console for this at that time. Oh yeah, I did have the trigon somewhere in this song. Here's the lead that I put in for that. Okay. The Moog Matriarch is doing something in this song. Here it is. That's kind of spooky. I like that. Should have made it more prominent in the song. Oh well. Some effects that I did with the Euro Rack. Looks like they're sample based. I think that one has some recording of a ground bloom firework. I don't remember what all else, but I mixed a bunch of stuff together for that one in the Euro Rack. And it modulating time and other stuff. That's kind of the monstery sound here. What else we got? More effects. My guess is this one's the reverse of it. Yeah. I think that was from a swing set. Or maybe it was Dry Ice. Maybe it was both. Dry Ice on sheet metal makes cool sounds. So I recorded that years ago and it found its way into some songs. What's this one? Yeah, I don't know what that is, or I don't remember that. Well, how I made it, but it probably would have been on the Euro Rack. It's another one with fireworks, distorted and sent through reverb and stuff. And what we got here? That's kind of a cool sound, isn't it? That one's probably a mix of analog and samples. Could be wrong. Then we have vocals, where I have both a modulated vocal sound. Yeah, I got a bunch of vocal layers in here. I'm not going to go through all those, but you can hear it through here, and you can hear some of them. Here's the lead vocal.
You can't hear it breathe, cannot feel its teeth.
So there you go. There's the vocals. There's the song. I'm not going to show them all put together because you can just listen to the album for that.